This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
On the show today, comedian Geraldine Hickey dropped by.
Yeah.
What else?
We talk about naturally. We talk about pencil skirts, and then that morphs into a chat about sausages.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't need to explain it. It's obvious.
I mean, if you think that's weird, just talk to our writers about it.
You're going to hear a woodpecker story, and then hear from people where something's happened to them, and they're not sure that it happened to anyone else.
Amazing stories.
It is tough being a retail worker these days because people are just walking out with stuff and they can't do anything about it. We talked to the boss of IGAs in Geraldton about the fact that they've started to implement some bans.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Nathan, Nat and Sean.
On Nova.
On Nova 937. Let's go.
556, Nathan, Nat and Sean. Happy Wednesday, friends.
We're flat to the boards today, jam-packed.
Yeah, we are.
Comedian Geraldine Hickey's going to be joining us here in the studio. She's here for Fringe World.
You're a big fan of hers, aren't you,
Big
Nat?
fan of hers. Very funny.
Yeah, we're still looking for someone that wants this $15,000 diamond ring that we're giving away on Friday. So we'll be throwing some quoits.
Isn't it about time we all came good on the one day?
Yeah,
It
that'd
hasn't
be
happened
nice.
yet.
That'd be nice
but
for the people
I
out
think
there.
Today's the day.
Our garage band will be in action today. That means you can have the chance to win $1,000.
And Harry Styles tickets to go as well.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
so
just
much.
the giveaways, let alone the guests.
Let alone the guests, exactly. Mitch Norton.
Yeah, Miss Norton will be coming on. And
the accountant that plays cricket.
That's right, Nick Hobson. Hit the
We'll
winning
get him to look at the
runs.
books. So that'll be good.
Ever felt like a holiday after your holiday?
Plan your next getaway on the What If app and access mobile exclusive deals.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable just in case your plans change.
Booking cancellation windows apply. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Will you marry me?
No. Thanks.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Nathan, Nat and Sean say I do when it comes to putting a ring on it. And you can plan the perfect I do with a Rosendorff diamond this Valentine's Day. Head to rosendorffs.com.
We've got 6 people who are about to try and put a ring on it. Score themselves a Rosendorff 1-carat brilliant cut diamond ring valued at $15,000, and we're giving that away on Friday.
As we know, the good news, each of them already have one entry into the door, Nath.
Yeah, our quote skills will be saying how much more entries they're going to get. Could be up to 51 entries. Hi, 80.
Hey, how are you?
Good,
Great,
80.
80. Now, tell us, who would this ring be for, 80?
Well, I've got 10 fingers, that would be for me.
Yeah, go for
Girl,
it.
lady.
Fantastic.
All right, you've got an important decision to make. You get to choose who you would like to throw the quoits for you.
Oh, let's go Sean. I think he's got good hand-eye coordination.
Do you?
Oh,
This
80, you giant
It
fool.
depends on what I'm doing, though.
That's right. Okay, Sean, get up to the line.
Sean's going up there. Sean actually, he's had a couple of practice rounds this morning. He's actually been
He's
not
shown some
bad.
form in warm-up,
But,
that's for sure.
as we know,
Under pressure.
Sean, what are you going for? Are you going for 50?
I'll go for the 50.
He's
Yeah,
going
of
for
course he's going
50.
for 50.
There it is.
He wants 80 to have this ring. And one entry, 80.
You just got the tip, but it didn't go over.
One
Sorry, 80.
entry. Pauline, hello.
It's unlucky.
Good morning.
Hi, Pauline. Pauline, Sean would need some inspiration to know who this ring is for.
Oh, it's for me, of course.
Yeah,
It's for
that's
you.
enough. That's enough inspiration.
Sean.
Okay, he's
You
gonna
can
try
never
and
have
get
too many
You can
diamonds.
never
Here we
have
go.
so many
And-
dollars. And nothing for you,
One
Pauline.
entry, Pauline.
Sean wants you to have no diamonds,
okay,
no more
thank you.
diamonds.
You're in the draw, though. That's all that's important. Dee, hello.
Good morning.
Hey, Dee.
You get to choose. Do you want Nathan to throw for you, or do you want me to throw for you?
Absolutely, Nathan,
Yes,
please.
no, that's a solid
God.
decision, and I'm not offended at all.
The addition of the word absolutely,
Absolutely,
it
yeah.
really, the pressure
Yeah.
is
Come on, Nathan.
giant on that. Dee, who is this ring for, Dee?
For me.
Yes.
For me.
It's for Dee.
Dee.
Okay. Nathan Morris stepping up to the line.
I think this is it.
Can he do it again?
Let's see, Dee.
Here we
Got
go.
his angle.
And it's in the air.
Yes! Dee, 51 entries.
No wonder you were absolute about it, Dee.
Oh.
He nailed
Thank
it for
you so much.
Well
worries,
done.
Dee.
Congratulations. Good luck on Friday. Danielle, hello.
Morning, guys. How you going?
Danielle.
Hey, Danielle. Danielle, I'm throwing for you. Inspire me. Who is the ring for?
Well, 20 years together this year, so I think I deserve it.
All right, there you go.
For myself.
Okay.
Follow-up question? No?
I was
Come on,
gonna
Nathan.
say, Are you married
unfair, isn't
already
it?
or just been together?
We've
for
been
20
married for 12 years
Yeah.
and together 20. Yep.
Yeah. You need some fresh bling.
All right.
All right.
Not like the rubbish ring he got you.
This is this is for Danielle.
All right.
Come on, Nathan. You can do it.
Got
Yes! 51 entries!
Oh, thanks, Nathan.
Good luck on Friday,
mate.
Danielle.
Thanks, everyone.
Renee, hello.
Hi.
Renee, I'm going to
Renee.
be throwing for you.
And you know
Sorry,
what?
No choice.
No, there's no sorry about that, Natalie Locke. The woman's
do it,
got
Nat.
form.
You can do it.
Renee, who's the ring for? Natalie needs to know first.
Exactly like everybody else.
Oh, it's just for her. Hey,
women.
Natalie, Renee says that she has hundreds of rings.
It's a little unfair, isn't it?
She's
It's a
gonna-
selfish day.
And
Here we
engaged,
go.
engaged for 12 years.
All right.
Wait, sorry, engaged for 12 years,
Yep.
not married yet.
Can't find a venue.
Not married.
Can't
no.
close the deal.
Okay, Renee, we'll have to circle back to that one day.
Okay.
Okay, Natalie's at the line. She's about to throw. It's on its way.
You know what?
Fresh air.
Another 12
Sorry,
we're still
Renee.
waiting for Renee, but that's one entry and that is all you need. Up next is Maria. Wepa.
Hi.
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria. Maria, who is the ring for? Natalie needs to know.
For my partner to give to me.
Totally get it.
Have you got a ring already?
Kinda. I don't believe in marriage, so it's all good.
Oh, you don't believe in
Okay,
marriage?
but you believe in rings.
No.
don't you?
Believe in
You believe in
jewels.
Okay.
$15,000.
Been there, done that.
Maria Winfrey. All right,
Okay,
let's
it's
go.
on the line. It's in the air.
Ah, no, it's okay.
Fresh air.
All right, one entry, that's fine.
No worries.
All right,
Okay.
guys.
So 80, Pauline, Renee and Maria have one entry into the draw, and everybody that Nathan represented has 51
Thanks,
entries.
guys.
Entries.
So
Well
Dee
done,
and
mate.
Danielle.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Pencil skirts?
Yes.
Yeah, Sean, they're for business ladies.
That's how I operate.
That's all
And
the
that was-
ladies wear a pencil skirt for. Is it
we
for
wore
business?
pencil skirts to school when I was.
But then,
at school
how were you
uniform.
supposed to play elastics and things?
High school we didn't play elastics, and high school we're beyond that.
She'd grown
Oh,
out.
so
of
these
that.
are high schools with pencil skirts?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't grow out of
The
elastics.
tighter
until I
the
was
better.
20.
Remember bloomers? Bloomers were so wrong for girls. I felt so sorry for them. Bloomers are shiny knickers. And
Well, they didn't have to be shiny. They were just knickers you wore over your knickers.
The Kalgoorlie ones were all shiny.
Yeah.
And then girls were like, okay, we're going to do phys ed. So boys wear shorts and girls had to wear shiny knickers and do sport in them. And they had no choice. That's so
They're
wrong.
very unattractive.
Are bloomers still a thing?
Well, you would wear it under your netball skirt over your knickers, so it's kind of essentially like an extra layer.
Oh, girls at our school wouldn't wear the skirts.
No.
They would just have the bloomers
Yeah,
on.
but that's
Yes.
their intent, and that's how they probably would still be worn if you know. It's great, isn't it?
It is.
Although
great.
these days they wear like little bike shorts and stuff instead
Yeah, they
of
do.
bloomers. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah, no.
that's the modern iteration of
Yeah,
it.
it still doesn't look like you're trying to dress as Wonder Woman. I want to talk about sausages.
I'm hungry. We should cook up some sausages. Do we have any sausages?
Crimea Quality Meats, which is in Morley, has claimed the accolade for its lamb and feta sausage in the Australian Meat Industries Council's Showcase National Retail event at the weekend. They've got
So like the king of sausages.
it's like the king of the sausages. Isn't that amazing? They also got runner-up in the Australian pork sausage category.
They make a good sausage. You love a good sausage.
I
don't you?
love a good sausage. I love a good sausage.
Did Scarfo's not get in there? Because they do the chili
Scarfo's
cheese.
did not get in there, but who knows if they entered the
Yeah, that's
competition?
right.
You don't know.
Oh,
the
yes.
corner
They'll be up and
butcher,
about.
the corner butcher came in
Yes.
second in the traditional Australian beef sausage category, and third in the gourmet open class sausage category. What would that be? The open class, like,
So
it's
it would
like-
mean
it's like
yes, it's
gourmet,
gourmet. So
just
it
like-
could be any meat, any
just
filling.
any-
It's just a gourmet fancy sausage.
Just like open slather.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
whack it
yeah.
in some intestine. Is that what the sausage skin is?
I believe so.
Whack it in some intestine. See how it goes. Swansea Street Family Butchers and Naranda Meats came in third in the Best Butchers Beef Burger and Best Butchers Gourmet Open Class Burger categories.
I want to know who came up with these categories.
You're right. The burger people don't get as much
No.
applause as the sausage
No, that's
people.
right. That's right.
Because sausages are crowd pleasers.
Yeah.
That sausage place in Dunsborough is really good.
Yeah, Rob. Rob, yeah, he's got the
shop's
butcher
just called
there.
Rob.
No, what's his called? I don't know.
I don't know. It's one just before you go into Coles.
Yeah, Rob's a great guy. I always see him at the TAB, so we're always talking about it.
So remember when you were yelling up Sean, and then I came over for the barbecue, me, Mum and Dad came over, and then I brought all those, I brought a whole pile of different sausages, and it was a real...
They were thick snaggers.
They were thick sausages, and that's what I like. But I was going to try the Balinese sausage.
You don't like long ones?
Yeah, they are thick and long, Natalie.
Okay.
They are.
The Balinese one's got a bit of heat on them.
Oh, really? Yeah, because I asked one of the kids there, I said, should I get the Balinese sausages? He goes, no.
Do they have like a satay vibe? What makes them Balinese? Chili?
No, I love the chili.
Yeah, and they're full of fake DVDs, just crushed fake DVDs.
But yeah, it's
20 for $5, it's amazing.
Seems fair.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're heading over to California right now. A guy named Nick, who owns his own pest control business, was called to a house to deal with a woodpecker that was causing damage to the side of a home by storing acorns in it, right?
Well, hear him. Look at him go, mate.
Yeah. So he'd knock a hole in the house and
drop an acorn in there. Yeah. Now, we don't have woodpeckers, so, I just think the idea of woodpeckers are wonderful.
They just seem mythical to me.
They
because,
do.
Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, no, that was...
just think he's the only one I know.
I know. There he is there. So he knows that there are acorns put in there and many holes on the outside. So he thought, well, he better assess the damage of what's going inside the walls. So he cut holes into the walls where he was met with a never-ending stream of acorns pouring out. He said they just kept coming and coming non-stop. Acorns were thought to be only about a quarter of the way up the wall. Turned out that they were piled up to the attic of the house. The acorns kept spilling out, totaling around, get this, 320 kilos of acorns.
It's a lot of acorns.
Which filled 8 large rubbish bags.
How's the determination on the woodpecker?
I know.
That is amazing.
What he should have done, he would have got away with this. Yeah. Except he kept knocking new holes. He needed to just use the one hole.
I know, but how you get
push them around?
Pushing them around. Oh,
now, if you want to check it out, you can go to our Instagram, and there's a picture of how many acorns there were, and that wasn't all of the acorns.
We're going to warn you, it's a lot of acorns.
Yeah, the pest controller said this is really odd for woodpeckers because they store their food all over, just in case, like a bit here and a bit there.
But we don't know. Maybe he had 320 kilos of acorns somewhere else.
The bird had completely destroyed the exterior of the house with holes made in it. Nick, the pest controller, said, I quote, that bird was crazy.
There's something to be said.
What a statement.
Something to be said for double brick, isn't there?
Oh, yes.
Spoil that damned woodpecker.
Those California bungalow-style houses.
From the lower floor to the ceiling, it was 20 feet.
Yeah.
20 feet of acorns.
So many acorns. I mean, imagine if they'd started germinating. You would have had, a lot of oak trees growing in your walls.
It's a fair effort. I love it.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. He said that he's never, ever, ever come across a problem like this before, and no one in the industry has ever come across a problem like that.
That's his gig. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Extraordinary.
This is the terrifying thing when you get someone to come around and help you out with something. You always want it to be, we've seen this before. When they say, I've never seen this before, it's like, oh, my God.
Panic.
And how much it's going to cost. You can't solve it, can you?
Oh, my God. Hey, we'd love to talk to you about something that has happened to you, right, that has never happened to anybody else that you're aware of.
So the professional looked at it and went, not seen this before.
It doesn't just have to be a professional. It could be you got broken up in a way that no one has ever been broken up with before, So it doesn't have to be something that's been done to you through a house or...
Okay. It doesn't have to be something Woodpecker did to you.
Yes. It could be medical, something that no one's ever had before. Yes. But something that has happened to you that has never happened to anyone else that you're aware of. Give us a call on 13 24 10. We're going to give somebody $300 Australian dollars.
What?
To spend at the Herdsman Market.
It's so good there.
I know. WA's modern marketplace is ideal for your special Valentine's Day feast. It's all under one roof at the Herdsman Market.
They do have nice flowers there too, so if you are trying to get something for V-Day, it's a good place to pop into. There's my inside tip. All right, 13 24 10. Have you been in a situation where it has never happened to anybody else but you? You feel a bit singled out,
and maybe now telling your story, you might find out that has happened to somebody else.
But not many.
Because it's so weird.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
That's a woodpecker. Woodpecker put 320 kilos worth of acorns in this family's home's walls.
by knocking holes in the outside, which was problematic.
And the pest control guy said he's never, ever come across that before and doesn't think a person on earth has had that exact problem.
That's what we're talking about.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, Brianna.
Okay, what happened that is exclusive to you?
Well, I got invited to my friend's honeymoon, so me and my partner went on their honeymoon. It was great. We went to Hawaii, best time ever.
Yeah.
Open bar, all inclusive, great time. The only problem is my partner fell asleep a lot because he drank a lot, and so did my friend. She fell asleep a lot because she drank a lot.
Yeah.
So it was just me and the husband for a bit, and he actually made a move.
Oh, he busted a move on you, Brianna.
On
So did
his
you have a go?
honeymoon.
Did you have a go, Brianna?
Full-on move. Leant in for a kiss, a full-on everything.
No.
I had to politely decline, and then I told my friend after the honeymoon, and they got divorced after being married for like a week.
Oh!
This is the best episode of White Lotus ever.
So, Brianna, did he try to defend himself like, I had too much to drink, all that kind of stuff?
I thought
to
you
her?
were her.
He
But
was just like, yeah, I did. And it was just that. He just admitted it. And I was like, oh, thank God, that made my job a little bit easier.
I bet.
So, Brianna, did you tell your partner the next day when he woke up from his drunken stupor?
Oh, no, he would have been so annoyed. I waited a week until I told him, and he wasn't happy about that. But
Yeah, I bet.
He gets very jealous.
So
I
you
was
didn't
just
say...
like,
So you kept that to yourself while you were holidaying in Hawaii?
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you don't want to ruin the
You don't want to
holiday,
ruin...
Nathan.
Exactly. I'm saying you wouldn't want to ruin it, but that was a big thing to... So then were you trying to make sure that you weren't alone with him from that point on?
Yep, pretty much. It was very awkward. We all went on like a hike as well. And he just kind of like walked back with me, and I'm like, oh, please go away. No.
Oh,
Did you think he might be going to push you into a volcano or something so he didn't,
Pretty much. That's what I should have done.
Go.
Yeah.
Pushed him down the waterfall.
Yeah.
Brianna, did he try anything else? Was it just that moment, or was
He
did you
tried,
get a
he,
feeling?
tried to repeatedly lay her, Sean.
It was Hawaii.
Yeah. Just that moment, thank God. I avoided him the rest of the time.
Wow. That's full on. Thanks, Brianna. Kylie, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Kylie.
Kylie, what has happened to you that pretty much doesn't happen to anyone else?
Well, it was actually only a few weeks ago. So I'd recently purchased a house up in the hills, so bushfire prone zone.
Yep.
Yes.
I've been spray painting my window frame. So I brought some new pressure pack cans, and I just unpacked the car and put the box of cans from Bunnings. There were 6 of them in the carport. That morning, I completely forgot about them, and then that afternoon I was inside, and I just heard these big explosions and like orange like through the windows.
Yeah. It's like
So
a
I
colour
ran
run.
outside, and my neighbour was by the fence calling the fire brigade, and I had a look, and the trees right next to my carport were on fire. The flames were up at the roof of the carport, and one of the cans shot across the other side of the carport and wedged right behind the barbecue and the barbecue gas bottle.
No.
And the barbecue caught on fire as well. So I'm trying to put these flames out by the trees, and my neighbours they're all kind of semi-retired, all ran over, and I seen the barbecue on fire, and I was like, oh my God,
the gas bottle.
it's going to blow up in my face. So I kind of hightailed, and my neighbour, he kept hosing it down. The fire brigade did end up coming. We managed to put it out, and the guy, I think he was the fire warden at the local fire station, said that in 35 years he's never seen anything like it.
So that was just from leaving...
You've nailed the brief.
Was that just like from leaving 6 spray cans in the heat?
I think so. I'm not sure what it was. They shouldn't have combusted because it wasn't that, yes, it was in the carport. It wasn't in direct sunlight. But, yeah, I found the cans, shot out, 20, 30 metres, completely exploded. And, being in the hills...
Yeah.
Where
it's fire prone.
So, Kylie, how do you go with the insurance company? Because you've got to make a call because it's been damaged.
Well, I'm so lucky. I have no idea how, how lucky I am, because the barbecue was at the side of the house, right on the house. It actually didn't cause any damage to the house. Only one pole, the new freshly painted pole that I did, is a little bit charred, but I haven't had to contact them.
Amazing.
That is unbelievable.
Thank
You'd be
you,
frightened
Kylie.
to finish the job, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
you would.
Let's go to Carson in Bull Creek. Hey, Carson.
Hey, how you going?
Good,
Buddy.
Carson.
All right, so
What
something
happened?
happened to you that you don't know that may have happened to someone else.
Well, here's one for you.
Okay.
About a year and a half ago, my ex-wife of 8 years divorced me and left me for my 50-year-old uncle, effectively becoming my auntie, and our 2 daughters became my cousin daughters.
Whoa! Actually,
I'm sorry, because that must be terrible, but like...
You must have been a bit flat with that.
Oh,
how old were you, how old were you, Carson, when that happened?
How long?
Well, we were married for 8 years, and this happened last year.
Carson.
So we're both 30.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, it's kind of funny.
Okay, all right. So your ex-wife is now your auntie,
yes,
and your daughters are now your what?
Cousin daughters.
Your cousin daughters.
Or daughter cousins.
Daughter cousins, yeah.
Daughter cousins. And do you guys all hang out?
Sometimes, yeah.
So how did
my 2 children live with her.
So how did this come across? Like, what? How did it happen?
Great family barbecue, or?
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't even know how it happened. Just one day woke up and, oh yeah, we're a couple now. Oh crap.
Well, they must have been seeing each other. They must have had a
family gathering.
They must have hooked up at some stage to be able to go, okay, I'm leaving.
Yes.
I'm walking out the door to your uncle.
So how old? So she's about 30, yeah? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how old's your uncle?
50.
50.
What?
I mean, that age difference is. It's 20 years. But
how are you cool with this? Because he doesn't have a choice.
The children.
I know he doesn't have a choice, but are you hurt? Like, what?
A little bit.
Of course you'd be hurt.
I'd be.
I mean, that's insane.
You'd be throwing a few cut lunches, wouldn't you, your uncle? Sweep the leg, mate.
Did you like this uncle beforehand? Like, was he one of your favourite uncles?
Oh, yeah.
Certainly.
It's one of her favourite uncles.
It's fuming that he lost his wife, but now he's lost his uncle too.
And is he still one of your favourite uncles?
He's still a cool bloke.
He's lost a bit of the shine.
You
are very chill, Carson. I've got to give it to you. Thank you for sharing that story. It's quite painful.
Your auntie wife.
We're going to finish off with Caitlin from Eden Hill. Morning, Caitlin.
Good morning.
Hi, Caitlin. Talk to us about something.
Going?
It's a bit of an unusual event. What have you got for us?
So about 10 years ago, maybe 12, I was 12 at the time. I'm pretty sure I was 12. I can't really remember. But when I was younger, I used to chew on lollipop sticks. And then I was tormenting my cousin, and I had the rugby ball, and he decided to tackle me, and he jammed the lollipop stick into the back of my throat where my tonsils are.
Yes.
And I ripped it out and ripped half my tonsil with it.
Yes.
So I ripped half my tonsil out, and then I had to go to hospital because obviously it was very, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And all the doctors, I had that many doctors come into the room because they were like, I've never seen this before. This has never happened.
Everyone, get in here and look at this.
And they're making me
Come
laugh.
look at this freak show. Yes.
Yeah. And obviously, we can't put it back in, but if you really want us to, we can. And I was like, well, no, there's no point.
No,
reattach your tonsil. That would be. I think that would be the world first reattachment of a tonsil.
Yeah.
So you end up just getting your tonsil taken out, yeah?
Yeah, no, well, I've got one and half of what?
Yeah,
so one and a half.
So they just left it as all. Did they have to stitch it up at all, or it just healed over itself?
No, it just healed. They told me to gargle salty water, and that was it.
You've got 1.5 tonsils. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't like that.
That's unusual.
I don't know. That'd work on my OCD. I just need it to be even.
How about Greg with 1.5 fingers?
She'd walk around in circles.
Yeah, don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thanks,
they
Caitlin.
were amazing.
Thank you for sharing some of those painful stories.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Are you ready to rock? Excellent! Garage Band!
The door is always open with these three, and nothing says I love you like a new garage door. Take a moment to appreciate doors this Valentine's Day at Quokka Garage Doors.
Our garage bands are just warming up as we speak. If you can guess the songs they're covering, $1,000 cash could be yours. We've got 2 players ready to go.
Mandy and Laura are going to go head-to-head this morning. We'll start with you, Mandy. Good morning.
Morning, guys. How are you this morning?
Oh, we're fantastic, Mandy. Mandy, to play this properly, you're going to need to have a bit of knowledge about music, and a couple of days we haven't really had that. How are you going? How are you going with song titles?
I might be keeping the trend on for the last couple of days. I don't know.
At least you are self-aware.
If you can jag a couple, though, Mandy, a grand is up.
I could, yes.
Yeah. All right, you're going against Laura from Belladura. Hi, Laura.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Laura. Do you know your music, Laura?
Some of it, but I'm still half asleep, so fingers crossed.
Okay. Thanks for joining us and making the effort.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
sweetheart.
What time
Did you just get up?
Oh, about an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
you,
but you're a bit
you haven't
foggy
had any
still.
coffee yet, have you?
Wow. Some people
No,
take a
not yet.
real while
Long time,
to,
yes.
get up and going.
Yeah, I normally get going around 10, so it's not really great for
Yeah.
breakfast radio. An hour
Yeah.
after a few.
Can't
Oh,
wait
my God.
to see you. At 10 o'clock, he's amazing.
sharp,
I tell you what, the 10 a.m. show would be amazing if we had one.
Sean can read a sentence, doesn't get distracted by
All right,
surfing. It's amazing.
So what's going to happen is we're going to be raising some garage doors, right? And then behind there, a garage band is going to be singing a cover of a popular song. We just need the song title, and that's it. All right?
If you think you know it, you need to buzz in with your names. Let's test your buzzers. Mandy.
Mandy.
Laura.
Laura.
All right, make sure you remember to buzz in with the names. People have been forgetting that.
Yes.
And also, buzz in really loudly, too, because
So we can
the
hear
garage
you.
bands, they're like,
Yeah.
They're rocking
belting
out,
it
man. They're rocking
And
out.
if you miss it with your first guess, don't worry. Well, you can keep going.
you can keep going. Yeah, you don't just get
we're
one
trying to
guess.
get the answer. Okay, here we go. First garage.
Laura.
Yes, Laura.
Is it bulletproof?
It is not bulletproof.
No,
all right,
it
the
is
band
not.
can keep playing.
Laura.
Yes, Laura.
Fire away.
No,
All right.
no, Laura.
Mandy,
All right.
come on.
Keep going, band.
Mandy.
Yes, Mandy.
Is it?
Come on, Mandy.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I just thought it was bulletproof.
We'll let the band play on.
Yes, you guys are awful so far.
Here we go.
Mandy.
Yes,
Mandy.
Mandy.
Titanium.
Can I tell you, Perth was screaming titanium then.
I love that you picked every word in the song except the actual one that was important. Okay.
Oh, you two
Score
are
check.
hilarious.
Mandy leads 1-0.
We're going to have to get to the chorus on every song.
Here we go. We are pulling up to the next garage. Let's hope to God you guys know the song title of this. Here we go.
Laura. Mandy.
Laura.
Running up that hill.
Come good. It's 1-1. It's tied up.
Natalie.
We go to the decider.
Oh my gosh,
Well done,
this
Laura.
is amazing, guys. We'll just drive down this cul-de-sac. That
Yeah.
garage door looks good, doesn't it?
It
love
does.
it.
All right, let's pop it open. Here we go.
Laura.
Yes, Laura.
Let it go.
Yes, Laura. Come from behind win. Laura, you have won $1,000 cash, all thanks to Crocker Garage Doors.
Has that woken you up, Laura?
Well done, Laura.
Her song had me a bit confused.
I tell you what, you guys scared us at the start, but you came good. You came good, you girls.
Mandy, you put up a valiant fight. Thank you for playing.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
All
Bye.
Well done. That's how it's done.
We're doing it again tomorrow.
We
That's
sure
right.
are.
3 new garage bands.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
I tell you what, I've become so frustrated of late, especially over our break. I've noticed this twice that happened right in front of me. Once when I was at Kmart and a woman walked out with an entire trolley full of goods. The store was just standing there panicking, calling security. I actually ran after her and got a photograph of her number plate when she drove off with all these toys. Because I thought, who are you to be able to do this? Took the photograph back to the people at Kmart and I said, here you go. No, I said, what do you think's going to happen next? And they said, well, our hands are tied. Same thing happened at Coles at Inglewood. A woman went through the self-checkout, didn't even stop, just walked straight through the trolley. She was stopped on the other end. They said, you haven't paid for your goods. And then she started screaming at everybody and ended up walking out because everyone's hands are tied. So when we saw the story about the IGA owners restricting kids under 16 from entering 3 Geraldton stores because of the increased theft and also the danger to their staff.
I agree with that.
I was not outraged about the decision at all.
Yeah. Let's catch up with Stuart Bain, who oversees 3 of those IGA stores in Geraldton. Morning, Stuart.
Good morning, how are we?
Morning, Stuart.
Stuart, you must have reached a real breaking frustration point here, for this decision to be made?
Yeah, I think we've, unfortunately, shoplifting's always been part of retail, but I think we noticed in probably the last 12, 18 months, it's really escalated with probably the brazenness, especially from probably the younger kids as well. So we sort of had to take a few measures to help back our staff up.
Well, Stuart, I guess from the outside we go, is it because the cost of being able to getting these kids arrested, for example, and then them going to court, there's a cost involved and there's a time factor
the
involved?
risk to staff, I think, is a bigger factor, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, I think some of it comes down to these kids are just brazen. Like I was sort of saying yesterday about how, they used to steal a chocolate bar and if they got caught, they sort of handed it over and sheepishly walk out. And now they're getting to the point they know no one's going to touch, especially kids.
Yep.
No one's going to touch them, this and that. They'll grab what they want. On the way out, they'll mouth off a bit and, later on that afternoon, they're back again and they just didn't care. So we just sort of looked back this up. And it's happening later at night where before it was happening probably earlier. Now, 9:30 at night, you can have 10-year-olds come in the store with no adults and, there's no one to supervise them and they just sort of run amok. So we sort of put this in place. Yeah, that's it. They're getting split up and it's a bit hard, so we thought we were just going to stop them at the entry.
Stuart, it's unbelievable. There's a major department store, won't name it, that their policy is, because I walked in just as somebody walked out with a pram full of clothing, where they just very carefully folded the clothing. They were asked if they could help, if you'd like some help, we'll take it up to the register. They said no thanks and just walked out without paying. The policy at that place is that unless it's over $2,000, they won't let go, and that's it. So my question is, when people are allowed to just steal because there's nothing really to do, the police won't do anything, and your hands are tied because you want to keep your staff safe.
How do you stop it?
How do we stop this?
Yeah, it is a tough one. I mean, when we're dealing with something, we always try and, prevent it happening, and we're probably not going to let people walk out with stuff, to be honest. But it gets to a point, probably with the adults, you can probably take a bit more of a, block them approach. With the kids, it's probably a bit different. And with the adults, they'll, when we catch them or you get the footage and give it to the police, like they can be charged, they will get charged. With a lot of these kids, it's just, they're too young. System doesn't really want to, they don't know what to do with them, I guess. So they're straight back out again, and the consequence is, we know who you are. Don't do it. Well, on your way sort of thing.
So there's no lesson learned from here. So that they know that I can go in there and, what is he going to do? Yell at me? I'll yell at back?
Yeah.
Who cares? I can get all the freebies I want.
That's it. And, I think unfortunately some of these kids, they don't have, their parents aren't the ones who are going to be drilling them about it either. So, there's no consequence from the system and there's no consequence from home. So if I did that as a kid, my parents would have been all over me.
Stuart, what have the police said to you about you instituting this policy?
The police in Geraldton are brilliant up here, to be honest. Not just the police, the whole community's been sort of 100% supportive on this, which has been, we thought there might have been a bit of backlash, but everyone's on it. We met with the police again yesterday, and they support this approach as well. I mean, we already don't serve kids during school hours, unless supervise, just to stop, a bit of the truancy in that. And takeaway places for them to sort of hang out. And we sort of just extended this to night time because, to be honest, 10-year-olds at 9 o'clock at night, they shouldn't be in a supermarket by themselves anyway.
Right.
The police support that. It's going to help them hopefully not be trying to catch up with these kids if we can sort of just refuse them at the door.
Well, Stuart, I have to say we all agree with what you're doing. I think it's fantastic.
And we're frustrated on your behalf.
So frustrated on your behalf.
Yeah.
So, well done, mate. Keep doing well.
You're doing
no worries. Appreciate that, guys.
No worries.
Stuart. I do feel sorry for the cops as well, Nathan, in a lot of circumstances when they're dealing with kids.
And they're under-resourced.
They're under-resourced.
They've got a lot of stuff to focus on.
And, I mean, it's a lot to do with, like, larger franchise policies now as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Whether you can or can't touch the stuff. Remember that guy that stopped that woman from selling that stuff from the pram at one of the auto stores?
Yes. Yeah.
And then he got fired.
Yeah.
I want to know, 13 24 10, if you work in the retail sector or customer service or perhaps it's even in hospitality, what you're dealing with nowadays and the frustrations, and this is to do with theft, this is to do with shoplifters, this is to do with your safety because people are getting more and more aggressive, and whether you feel like your hands are tied or not.
Yes.
And if
is there a policy in place? What are you and aren't you allowed to do?
Also, if there's any police that are listening that have had to deal with this situation, and just let us know the frustrations that you have as well, because it feels like we're going in one direction, and that is these people aren't getting touched and there's nothing you can do.
And all the law-abiding citizens going, well, why am I paying? Like, this is outrageous.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
When I was in that department store after that woman stole all those clothing, I went, wait there, why am I going up to the counter now and buying a shirt if you're going to do nothing about this being stolen?
So how many did you take?
I took 12.
Good stuff, mate.
You're getting one for Christmas.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
It's been in the news a lot lately. It's the amount of theft happening at retail stores where the workers can't do anything about it. They just have to stand back and let it happen. There was one recently, the bottle shop guy tried to fight back. Remember that?
Oh, it was... Yeah. And everyone's like jumping on and going, oh, well done, mate, well done. But this guy can get smacked in the head.
Or stabbed. Yeah. He's putting his life on the line.
So it's not just theft, it's safety. It's insane, and it seems to be nothing being done about it. Gemma's in Baldivis. Hey, Gemma.
Hey, guys.
Gemma, you work retail?
I both work in a major retail store and in a major food retail store.
Okay, so you've got a lot of experience in this. Where do you stand? What's happened?
At the moment, the theft rate is above and beyond, like you say, and the violence towards us as workers,
the aggression
has hit an all-time high. You know, some days is worse than others. All stores are generally trying to put something in place, like our communication between staff members with headsets. The only way we're going to fix this at the moment, I think, is by prevention. So making sure that when you see a customer who sounds really awful, but when they're looking a little bit dodgy or, then you approach them and say, hi, how you going, and make sure that you know that you are watching.
Before they put their
so can I help you?
Pants.
Can I help you with anything?
Because once they've got something in their bag or up their shirt,
it's much
there's
harder.
not a lot we can do. No. A lot of places have got undercover security, all sorts of stuff, so they're preventing it before that happens because, unfortunately, with the laws that are on at the moment, we aren't allowed to do a whole lot. And when you're having your life threatened, it's quite a dangerous job. But I really love my job. Like, I really love what I do.
Yep.
And it's only that small percentage that make it really, a real downside.
I tell you, so when I saw that person, like, when the people at that clothing place were telling me that this chick was just folding up clothes and calmly putting them in their pram, and then they went up and they did the same
it's so
thing.
Calculated.
Customer service, like, oh, can we help you? And she goes, no, and just wandered out. You can tell she's done it 1,000 times before, and she'll come in and do it 1,000 times again.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if because they don't go after them, so therefore there's no ramifications for their actions.
Down the road from us, the major supermarket we go to Nat. There was a couple of the guys, they went after the people and they walked down and started yelling at them and then basically took the groceries off them.
But I'm not talking about the staff, because I understand why the staff shouldn't have to risk themselves for bloody 4 shirts or whatever. But I'm talking about, like, what are the consequences from the law? Like, and then these companies that make the bigger policies of, okay, if it's under this much money, we're not going to worry about it.
I know.
Then that doesn't deter.
There is a ramification, Nathan. We pay more. Yeah,
exactly.
That's the reality. It has to be covered.
That's why I went
somehow.
after that person and took a photo of the car.
Thanks, Gemma. Michelle's in Guelph. Hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hi, Michelle.
You're a retail worker too, Michelle.
No, I'm actually not. I work in an office environment, but I just wanted to talk about what I'd seen at a major supermarket.
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, so twice now recently over the last month. The first time was somebody in a wheelchair that had their leg out front and somebody else pushing them. And the one pushing is handing stuff to the person in the wheelchair and so they can hide it underneath their wheelchair. And then the second time was a big black duffel bag and I turned the corner into a corridor and the girl clocked me in the eye and I was just staring straight at her and she just kept stuffing things in
a duffel bag.
So they're that reason that they're not
They
even...
don't care.
They don't care that anybody sees them.
No, just looking me straight in the eye and almost challenging me as, like, what are you going to do about it? And my husband was with me, and my husband's South African, and this just drives him mental.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Seeing what it's done in that country. You know, we're scared that's where Australia's heading. Unless we get this under control, we're going to end up in the same place.
But people are getting they're getting yelled at, hey, stop doing that, or at the worst, then they'll keep doing it. A big deal.
Yeah.
It's not a deal.
There's no incentive to stop.
No.
And think about how many people's kids work at these supermarkets
that's right.
as well. You know, this is their
they're
first
renowned
job,
employers
and
of
they're
15-year-olds.
Like, oh, my God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when we're talking
And
about...
old ladies, Nathan.
Yes,
When
old
we're
ladies.
talking about these
Dorothy.
teenagers that are getting and doing a lot of that damage, the parenting is disgusting, or lack of there.
Yeah, well, there's
and
clearly
everybody
bigger
needs to be a
social
hard-
issues at play.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the cost of living crisis has driven this even more up. But these aren't people just going to get a loaf of bread because they're starving. They're loading up on entire trolleys worth.
Like that person I saw at Christmas, that was just toys, all full of toys. It's like, well, are you serious? And
that's not
in
stealing
that
one
scenario,
toy for their kids.
And that scenario, when I followed them out to the car, right, the four-wheel drive's running, her husband's in there, he's got the biggest smile on his face.
Yeah.
They've got a really lovely four-wheel drive.
Well, they just knocked off their Christmas shopping, Nathan.
The back of the car's open, she's piling in presents, then she dove in the back seat and hid as he drove, and he drove past grinning his face off, and you could tell they've done that how many times.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Troy. Hello.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Good,
Mine's a little
Troy.
bit different to everyone else's.
Yes.
Because I own a hairdressing salon. You think, how can people rip you off in a hairdressing salon?
Of course,
yeah.
Well, guess what? Guess what they do? People come in, and I won't mention who they are or who they are, but they're quite young, and they will come in, get their hair done. About 3/4 way through, they getting their hair done. They like their colour or whatever. They turn around and say, "Oh, my wage is not going through until tomorrow.
No.
Sorry, I won't be able to pay." So what happens then is they would give you details, false IDs, false everything, false phone numbers, right? And then you can't get in contact with them. The other scam, what's going around hairdressing salons as well, they will threaten you with bad
Reviews. Yes.
And if you don't give their money back, they will do a bad review. So what they do, they would get their hair done. It's great. I had one done, a bad review from this young girl, and it was absolutely terrible. And like all my clients and everything backs me up how good we are as a salon.
Yeah.
But it makes you fuming because what they want is their money back. If they don't, they do a real bad review.
Yes. So they're holding you to ransom. Yeah.
Oh, my God,
Yeah, to a small business, it means so much.
Yeah, of
You know what I
course.
mean?
Of course.
I cannot
Absolutely.
believe those two things have happened so much to you now that you've worked out that it's probably happening at other salons.
Oh, yeah, it's happening at other salons because my sister-in-law's got a salon and they do it as well. So it's not happening one, it's happening everywhere.
So you don't want to
Big
have
time.
to ask for the money up front, but that's clearly what you
Because then
do.
think about someone that's not intentionally trying or not planning to rip you off. If you ask them for money up front, they'll be offended.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
like, oh my God! But I mean, you're right. What do you do? Have you thought about a solution, Troy?
Yeah, funny enough you say that. There's some salons out there what are taking 50%
Why
and
not?
nail
Like an
places,
estimate,
and nail places as well.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing in hair and beauty. But the problem is, if I get a feeling straight away that, you know, it's a bit dodgy at the start, I'll get them to sign a piece of paper saying, you know, this is your responsibility. You come in with bleached black hair or black hair, whatever. We can only see what you know. They show you pictures. It's going to be impossible.
Yes. Yeah.
But you only do your best. As I say to my client, I'm great, but I'm not God.
Yeah.
I can't just do it. I only can do so much.
Yeah.
But when it affects your business and also affects your emotionally that you've done your best work and they're trying to get money back off you or they're ripping you off, it just is so bad.
Yeah, well, they're slandering your reputation as well. That's the other
exactly
thing.
right.
That's really important. Troy,
Wow,
thank you
mate.
so much. That opened our eyes. We didn't know that was going on.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
and I really
thanks to
hope
everybody.
some of the tides turn, and I really do think this has happened since COVID. I think it's become so more and more rampant since the whole pandemic hit. People
I
got
don't know,
angry.
Nate. I don't know. I don't think it's been going on for
No,
too long.
I'm not saying it has.
No, I know what you're saying.
I'm saying
Bit of
since then,
GST with
people
it.
have gotten angrier. People have gotten more
defiant. You
more
can't tell me
defiant
what to
and,
do
and more
kind of thing.
selfish. Like,
Yeah.
I can do this because of what I've gone through.
We do. We live in an angry world.
Yeah.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Fringe World continues, everybody, and playing Johnny Fox's from tonight till Sunday. Saturday sold out, though, everybody. I checked. The show's called Of Course We've Got Horses. The wonderful Geraldine Hickey in the house.
Yay!
Hi, Geraldine.
Everybody. Oh, my God, I love her.
Geraldine, I've seen you. Normally, when you start and you greet people, you normally throw out a swear word straight up. So you've got.
I'll do it now for you. Get that button ready.
The dump button.
Yeah, start the show with Sup, fellas.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You were telling me outside that your sister is basically a West Australian. She's been over here for 1,000 years.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm staying with her, which is very handy because she has a pool.
Oh,
which
nice.
in this weather.
Yes,
I love it.
What suburb is she in?
Leaming.
Leaming?
Oh, okay.
Leaming, yeah.
I'm like, should I give out that?
No, I used to live down there. Used to cruise around on the pushy.
It's nice. I like, Leaming, and just straight down the freeway. Easy.
Perfect.
But she married she was a school teacher and turned 21, got her first job in Kalgoorlie.
That's where I'm
Nathan's home
There
ground.
you go.
Yes.
Yeah, so went to Kalgoorlie, met her husband there, and then he's a police officer, and then he got posted to Derby.
Yes, wow,
lived
she's really the cream of the crop, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, every
She's
country
experienced
town.
Western Australia.
Every country town loves a police officer teacher combo. I mean, that's
know,
perfect.
it's classic, isn't
Because they
it?
always need them, you know, and maybe a nurse as well if they're
Well, my sister was a
thinking of
nurse,
throuple.
and she went and joined them in Derby. So there was a bit where they had all three. Yeah.
Wow.
And then there's me.
Then
there's
you.
the comedian.
Yeah, the useless one that no country town wants.
Excuse me, you won the best show at the Melbourne Comedy Festival
I did.
last year or the year before?
Yeah, but a couple of years. What is time?
Yeah.
Two festivals ago.
Yes.
So Reece Nicholson won it last year.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Which is very exciting because I got to give him, because we're very good friends.
Yes.
And I got to present him with the award, which I loved. So, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Reece is great. He's done that Netflix show, The Imperfects.
Yes.
I think.
And this happened like during lockdown. He went over to do drag race in New Zealand. So he was only supposed to be gone for a month or two. And then while he was over there, got this job to go to, and they were filming in Canada. So he went over to Canada. So his poor partner, Kyron, was
We're
just
stuck at home
gone.
in a horrible Melbourne lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's bizarre, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I don't imagine that. When the whole world's locked down, he's
And
just
your
travelling
partner's
the
cruising
world.
around the world. Yeah, that's bloody.
Now, I know that you got married recently, Geraldine.
I did.
Congratulations.
Is that the ring?
That's the ring.
Oh, look
And
at
that's-
that looks like an NFL player's ring.
I know.
That looks like a championship
Did you win
ring.
the
I know.
Super Bowl?
This is the thing. When I got it, my nephew looked at it and he went, "Do you watch the NBA?" It's quite the ring, and it was actually the engagement ring. So I've had it for a few years, and it's just like Kath, my wife. She goes, "Look, I know you don't wear any jewellery, so I just figured if I'm going to get you a ring, I'm going to get you a
ring.
We're going. We're all
doing it. Yeah.
So, but I'm used to it.
That looks like it's something that the Queen would own.
Yeah, or Tom Brady. Either way.
Or Tom Brady.
Rubies and diamonds.
With the wedding, because of course I imagine all your guests were comedians. What happens when a bunch of comedians get together and you add alcohol and party on?
It's
big.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we had a big wedding.
Yeah.
We had a big wedding. Like, how many do you reckon's too many for a wedding?
I think when you get in... I think...
I had a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
I think a couple of hundred is respectable because
So
you're bringing
cheap.
your lives, but I think when it gets up to 500 and stuff like that, it's insane.
out of control.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
230 value.
That's fine.
Whoa.
That's fine.
Because we had it at home as well. So it was
Yeah.
like, you know, we just had a spit roast and some salads for food.
That's what I think a lesbian wedding would be because gays go like just like swans and feathers and everyone's draggy vegetarian. But is it just like, is it more like, like serious, like just rotating hot meat?
Yeah, the caterers came in and did
Eskies full of turps.
We had, the beer on tap. And then, and do you know what I really loved? What? When you organise a party and you're like, how much booze should we get? How much? And then you get the perfect amount and you just feel really good.
So you don't have too many leftovers. Yeah, a little bit.
We were left over with like maybe a couple of pints left in the
amazing
in the keg, and then there was like half a bottle of white wine.
That's it. You nailed it.
For 240 people.
That's
Can I tell you, in Kalgoorlie at my 18th, we went through 11 kegs, and that wasn't enough. We had run out.
Geraldine, did you have an MC and official proceedings? Because that would be pretty daunting with everybody in...
Yeah, I know, right? So we were like, obviously we know a lot of talented people. Yeah. And also we were like, but also we didn't want our friends to work too much. So we actually got... my Kath's cousin, who I first met doing stand-up, he was the MC, but he does like a bit more improv stuff, and he lives in America now. So he has the confidence to perform in front of everybody else, but not worry about what anyone else is thinking.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
that's a perfect scenario.
And we got... I had Flower Girls, which were obviously Reese Nicholson and Nath Valvo.
Yeah, perfect.
Which was the best because Nath would just stop and talk to everybody. Just had a bit of a gossip with everybody as he was going, and which ended up Reese just pushing him in the back, getting him to move along, and then just slamming flower petals on the ground as he went. We had, talks, speeches. We didn't call them speeches, we called them toasts.
Okay. Cute.
Toasts. Because when you go, you can do a speech, everyone talks about the same thing. So we partnered people up and we said, your topic is this. So you have to give a toast to this. And I think Anne Edmonds and Kate McLennan won the best speech. Not that it was a competition.
Yeah.
No, it was.
Everything's a competition. So.
It was. They did a toast to comedy.
Great.
And, just screamed about how they didn't get asked to be bridesmaids.
Can I just say, this is a reality show waiting to happen. If a comedian gets married, and because of the guest list, the way you explain it, I would love to have watched all of that as a viewer.
Yeah. I missed out on a lot to, so I would love to have seen. I didn't get to see any of the Flower
Girls. Was there a videographer? You didn't.
No. We just wanted to be organic, and I couldn't be bothered organising.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a question, right? So yesterday we broke into a bit of an argument because Sean's a secret eater. So Sean acts like he eats chicken. He eats chicken and rice in front of us, but really he's on first name basis with the people at Hungry Jack's and the drive-thru. So and then sometimes he tells us. Right. So secret eater over here announced that he had 2 Chiko rolls the other day.
Last Friday.
Yes, because we were talking about how long it's been taking us to have Chiko rolls. Now, then he said something else that was very controversial to myself.
Are you a Chiko roll connoisseur?
I've consumed a Chiko roll in my time, for sure.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
So Sean thinks that you have a Chiko roll with tomato sauce.
No.
Whereas, thank you, you have it just with salt.
Pretty quick on that one, Geraldine.
You have it just with salt, don't you?
Would you put any
what do you
sauce
put on it?
Just salt. Lots of salt.
Okay, yeah.
Why, what do you do?
Just eat it.
Just as it comes. Out of the bag.
You've got everything in there that you need.
Yeah.
So what do you want to add to it?
Maybe sweet chilli would be all right.
No.
Cheese?
You don't know
sweet chilli.
Yeah. If that's there, I'd probably...
If that's the only one.
I wouldn't.
Why sweet chilli?
You wouldn't put sweet chilli on
because it goes with the flavours.
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous.
What, cabbage and carrot and...
Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah.
Why are you putting sauce on it?
Yeah,
well,
you don't
I just thought that's what we do. That's how I've grown up.
It's not what we do.
Because when you have fish and chips, right?
Sam,
so the paper.
Sam, have you got the numbers on this?
Yeah.
So we put it up online yesterday. Sam, have you got the numbers on this, please? Because I need to know.
Okay, so 63% of people have nothing on it.
Yeah,
so no salt, no nothing.
A nude Chiko roll.
Yeah,
it's not nude.
Just raw dog the Chiko roll.
It's enough.
And so 18% salt or chicken salt.
Yes.
And then the next biggest one was the other percentage, which is vinegar or soy sauce.
Vinegar.
Yeah. So I think it's mostly because people are getting it from fish and chip shops.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like, they're just getting the vinegar and salt over everything.
Yeah, that comes for the chips,
Less than 1% percent.
Are you
So it was
serious?
0.02, and I'm not good at maths, so this could be lies. Tomato sauce.
That
so
is
we are in the
amazing.
minority.
Did you join? Is that
I haven't
you?
voted.
Oh,
I
right.
haven't voted. I'm going to take it up over the threshold.
It's the big issue.
I find that insane. Yeah, you're right, Nathan.
By the
There
way,
should be way more.
Do people still vinegar their fish and chips?
Yeah, no.
I think it's a good idea.
Never vinegared. Are you a vinegar girl?
What do you mean?
Vinegar.
Here we
I'm
go
not going to
again.
go vinegaring everything, Sean.
Geraldine, you
We're
wouldn't put
unhinged,
vinegar and
Nathan.
stuff on your fish and chips, please.
Oh, I wouldn't, but I would. If someone else had put vinegar on it and they went, "Do you want a chip?" I'm like, "Oh, yes, please, absolutely."
Yeah, but I'll have
lovely
one
manners.
or two of someone else's vinegared
But you're
chips.
not
But I'm not going to
vinegar your
vinegar
own
my own
chips.
things.
No, but think of salt and vinegar chips.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, but you're
my
going there to
favourite.
be vinegared. You know what I mean? I'm not going to vinegar myself.
I know where your mind just went. Geraldine's show is called Of Course We've Got Horses for reasons that we did not get to. Tickets from fringeworld.com.au, of course. Thank you, Geraldine.
Thanks,
It's a
Geraldine.
joy
Thanks
having
so
you in.
much. I'm having a lovely time.
You're welcome anytime.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.